What up, what up? Y'all know what it is, another one of these episodes, and I'm super pumped about these guys, and a few of y'all was too, because I got a couple DMs and a couple post shares and loves and good support for these guys. And girls, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
But I'm really pumped to talk to y'all. We have met y'all a couple times. We have got to play y'all, and I don't believe we played y'all in Nashville, did we?
No.
Well, we did play y'all in Shot Zone. Gave us a hell of a fight. Y'all got some banging Instagram, and it seems like a hell of a support when it comes to some new sponsors. I've been seeing all kinds of little things pop up lately that y'all been doing. And y'all just put out a really sick video today that I'm bringing it up, and maybe we'll be able to share it later. For y'all that are in this chat or show up in a minute, always go to the description, because I ain't got each individual in here in the description because I don't have maybe everybody's information for that. But you can go to the description and find their links, or not all of them, but go find the links. Go share, love, subscribe, all that good stuff. Give them the support they need. But I am going to start it out with basically, let me get the screen up here, get my mouse back over here, and basically going to ask us.
Hey, Steve, your mic went down.
Okay. I was hoping it wasn't just me.
That y'all gonna want to know. I don't know how long it went down. I don't think it was long. But I'm gonna ask y'all some general questions. And more or less, actually, let me just ask, who is Nebula? So you can answer that. Whoever wants to answer it, however you want to go. Dylan, you might be a good one for that if you want to answer.
Nebula is so it was actually us two, and then Lexi and Kyler. We met the first time we played in Pittsburgh, and we found the competitive scene, and we were like, well, there's four of us, we got to find a fifth, and we were just trying to come up with a name. And originally, it's actually a funny story. Originally, we wanted to make all of our call signs like relevant to it, and so like we were coming up with like, someone recommended the zoo so we could all be animals.
Oh, God.
And I was like, I don't like that idea. And I was like, what about Nebula? Because there's like, there's bear, ghosts, like all kinds of different nebulas. And then now we have no relevant call signs whatsoever, and it was all completely irrelevant. But it went from that to just kind of picking people up after our first Nashville tournament, and now we're kind of inseparable.
Yeah, we're just a team of random, like, misfit people who found each other and somehow became best friends. Like, some of us are family, some of us just ran into each other and we bonded, and it's been unreal. It's truly one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I love my team.
Now I don't. They got emotional even for me.
I get emotional every time I talk about it.
No, I understand completely. I mean, even with our team, we started as just homies just playing, and now we are close as shit with all each other. And it's really cool. It's really neat. So you said Nashville. So was that y'all's first Speakeasy tournament or anything like that?
Yeah, because like I said before, originally it was just four of us, and my brother Dalton lives in Nashville, and then obviously, Nashville Airsoft has their tournaments, and we were like, hey, if we come down, will you be our fifth member? And he was like, yeah, for sure. And he originally was kind of like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll play with you because you need me, and now he's obsessed.
Well, you're talking about Dalton?
Yeah.
And then your dad did it too.
Yeah.
He was like just filling in, and he loved it too. And we were like, you're staying on the team.
Yeah, you can't help it. Usually once you play, you get hooked real quick.
Yeah, when he domed me at Shot Zone, I was like, yeah, you got to play with us. It's you can't quit now.
And Shot Zone was that was a really awesome tournament. When did we play that? Was it January? We played that first few days in January.
I think so.
Something like that. That one turned out great. That was a really good one. And like I said, we got to play y'all there. That was really fun. For a second, I thought y'all had us. I thought it was over for sure. But y'all do really well, man, and I love what I'm seeing on Instagram and things like that, what y'all have going on, and, you know, new videos, new, you know, where I said sponsors and stuff. I mean, I noticed y'all picked up PTS. I see it right even behind you. So shout out to PTS for that one. And I believe y'all are on with us also with Speedsoft Official.
Yep.
Yeah, she's got it going. Tell me some other ones that you got, and how did you get on? Well, I'm not gonna say how did you get on. That's a relevant question. What do you think about the sponsors, things like that? You ain't gotta be biased. You can be biased. It's cool. I'm biased too.
Our first one was our home field, Ohio Valley Airsoft, and they were kind of like sponsoring our events and stuff that we were throwing, and then we were like, hey, do you want to just like sponsor our team also? And it was literally that casual. And then we got Speedsoft. We were getting ready to do our jerseys, and I was like, you know, like now seems like the right time to look for sponsors before we get our jerseys printed. And so I reached out to Speedsoft. He was super cool. We talked for a little bit, and then he was like, yeah, absolutely. Then it was Speedsoft. Then
Take one.
No, I know all of them. I'm trying to think of chronological order here. And then, yeah, I guess PTS was the next one. PTS, that was like a week long of back and forth emails, and then he's like, you know, I really like what you guys are doing, and that one was a lot more formal. It had a formal contract and everything that we had to take care of, and then Take One and Black Bear is actually a hemp dispensary out here, and we, like, in my day job, awesome. I actually built the dispensary, and we contacted the owner, and I was like, hey, do you want to be on our jerseys? And now they sponsored us and paid for the jerseys, so they're our only non-Airsoft sponsor, but they're super cool.
That's dope right there. That's dope. We have two that's basically nothing to do with even Airsoft. We're sponsored by the Keble Fire Department. It's where we get all air, so we do not pay for any air anywhere. We take tanks everywhere with us.
Three.
Three what? I said
three.
Two.
That's not related.
What is the third one that's not related?
There's Danny CX3.
Oh, Danny's kind of related. I mean, well, I'm thinking of two main ones. Danny plays Airsoft. It's CX3. We have one at CX3, and it's actually a cleaning facility. And TJ's mom actually does it. She owns that one, and he actually plays on our team and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, and she does a lot of stuff with ACS that was here that we play at. So she was already kind of involved with it, and then kind of picked us up with that. And it's Speedsoft. Speedsoft's a cool one to be behind, to be honest.
Yeah, I actually ironically enough, had just bought one of their belts, and it showed up. I was like, I really like this thing, and I was like, wait, why don't I email them? And it kind of just worked out, and I already had my stuff, but everybody else got to take advantage of the benefits of it.
Yeah, that's good.
I absolutely love all of my Speedsoft gear.
Seriously, I will never wear a plate carrier again.
Yeah, since then I've gotten a chest rig, clothes, and everything else from them. But
we're even with them, and I don't have any Speedsoft stuff at all. Mine's all SpeedQB stuff still.
So nice.
I wore the what do you want to call it? It's called different, but what do you would call it as the Atom Pack for SpeedQB?
Speedgam.
I had one for a minute. I liked it. The only reason I went back to my SpeedQB one is the cummerbund. It didn't have the option for the cummerbund on it, and I was like, I really want that on there. But yeah, it seems like a lot of people have their stuff, rock them, and seem to really, really like their belt is badass. They have a really cool
I love
belt.
their belt, honestly.
Yeah, it's a badass belt.
I walk their belt, and their belt is amazing.
It's man, I'll give you that. So Dylan, how long have you been playing overall? Did you start in the Milsim side of things or anything like that? And then I'm gonna kind of bounce. Y'all screen me a little bit different, but
yeah, I've been playing for 3 years. We we lived in an area that really didn't have anything, so we would have to actually get a group together and rent out a paintball field, or just play in the woods. And when we first started, I had a Crytek, and I wanted, all multicam, and my first real event was Bad Blood. And then I've always been a competitive person, but I had no idea that the competitive side of it existed. And when I discovered SpeedQB and SpeedSoft and started watching Demo's channel and stuff, I was like, we have to try this. And we didn't even have to make it to our first tournament, and I was already obsessed. I had my dye mask on in the mail, and I was running just a belt. I dropped the plate carrier already. I was like, no, this is way cooler.
I'm gonna be that way for a minute. He literally was running around the house with his stuff on, just not even just messing with his gun. Literally had his dye mask on and stuff like that whenever he got that. Anytime he gets something new with airsoft related, he just wears it around the house.
I thought I was the only one.
I don't know why.
He'll send you Snapchats all day long. His airsoft stuff.
I don't know why she's speaking in past tense. I literally did it last night.
Yeah. He does it all the time. All the time.
I will put all of my gear on and just walk around the house peeking corners and snapping in and out and
just sweeping the house just in case,
Exactly.
You never know. You never know. So how long have y'all been playing as a couple like this? To watch. I think it's cool. I wish my wife would play airsoft with me like that. I think it's awesome.
I'm definitely trying to encourage more wives and women to play. It's very fun, and also if you get mad at your husband, then you just go take it out and do a 1v1. But
she's never won any, by the way.
I will get there. You've been playing much longer than me. But anyway, I started playing. When was it? Yeah. So whenever we first met, Lexi and Kyler was in. What? It was in 2020.
It was 2020, Gareth.
2020.
Yeah, but it was the end. It was the end of 2020. So it was in October.
Yeah.
Because it was right around my birthday. But anyway, I went one time before that, and it's so embarrassing. Even I was trying to learn how to hold the gun and everything. But yeah, it was in October of 2020. It was whenever I agreed to go, and I had a blast. And then we met Kyler and Lexi there too, and it was the most chaotic place I've ever played at. It was so busy. It was opening day or something?
Yeah, it wasn't even opening day. It was the testing day. So they invited everyone out to see if it would even work, and so there was 75 people in an abandoned warehouse.
It was more than that. It was
it was a lot.
It's insane.
It was over 100 people.
It was definitely at least 100.
You guys were there too.
Yeah, we didn't even know them at that point.
It was
We were all there, and we didn't even know each other yet.
Yeah, it feels that's my home field. It's my local field. It's 5 minutes from my house. It's 140 people in a place that it's crowded with 30 people. And it was just pure chaos all day. It was unbelievable.
But side note, if there are any wives or girlfriends or anything like that want to play and want to learn about it or need some support or encouragement, please reach out to me or even Lexi, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. We have a really cool group of girls getting together that we're talking about, and you don't even have to be involved in that, but if you just want to learn about it and come out and play with us sometime, you're more than welcome to come anytime.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. I wish.
And we will teach you the basics because we started knowing nothing.
And
Sorry, Steve. Go ahead.
No, I think it's awesome. Just what you just sit there and said, just more support for females. Because it's majority of guys. It's the majority of males that you see, and you do not see too many. We don't have a female on our team at all.
Yeah, and I think a huge. Well, I don't want to speak for the women, but I know for me and Lexi, both of us, and a few other girls that I've talked to who played airsoft, the biggest thing that kind of held us back was thinking because we were girls we'd get walked all over, or that guys would laugh at us or not be as accepting or willing to teach us things. So I figured if I'm able to help another girl get past that and realize that it doesn't matter. First of all, there's plenty of women who will be more than happy to help you, but also I've had so many guys also help me, and they're never judgy or rude about it. They're always so cool about giving me tips and helping me and teaching me. And you don't have to be afraid to learn something new. It's so much fun to get out there and play.
That is awesome. So, Lexi, how long have you been playing?
I started playing the day I met Dylan and Megan.
We've been
So
inseparable since.
I can kind of speak on behalf of Kyler just a little bit because he's not here. But so Kyler wanted to play Airsoft. He used to play it when he was younger. He loved it. Kind of got out of it for a while. And then we had just moved to Pittsburgh, and he goes, so I'm going to go play. You want to come with me? And I just saw how happy it made him. Like, his whole face just lit up like a freaking Christmas tree. So I couldn't say no. And then we met Dylan and Meg. And it was, yes, absolutely the most chaotic Airsoft day I've ever had in my entire life. But I kind of just loved it since then. I never wanted to stop. Some days I get really, really tired, like last Sunday, but it's always fun, and it's so great to have such a supportive team.
It is
I
good.
just remembered something.
Go ahead.
The very first day we met was the very first day we got destroyed in a 5v5.
Yes.
Because there were so many people that they weren't sure how to like run the games and stuff, and they were trying to split it up into groups, and then they're like, you know what, just split up into groups of 5 and everyone will go up one at a time. And we were like, hey, let's go find a 5th person.
Oh.
We
Yeah,
had
it's
no
us
chemistry. We had it was bad.
It was on the same floor that we practiced on, too.
Yeah.
Because I made some other girl laugh because they were like, we gotta run so we can get across this corner before they get there, because of the way the thing was set up. It was like hard, like one team had an advantage. I made the one girl laugh really hard because I said that I wasn't gonna run, so I didn't pee my pants because it was freezing cold, and the bathroom was like across the whole parking lot to go, so I was avoiding going.
Well, it's amazing how people come together. I mean, I think of when we first started, we was a lot of the same guys just shooting at each other, like the biggest, I don't know. We all shot at each other and tried to fight each other on the sense of on the field, and then next thing you know, we're homies. We're playing together and all that kind of stuff, and it's that's what I love so much is the community of people, like how everybody just kind of links up. I think it's just pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've definitely met some of the best people through Airsoft, and also people who I'm closer to, like, in my entire life than people that I met before Airsoft. Like, I've met people who I'm closer to through Airsoft than anything.
Yeah, and the cool thing about like social media and stuff too is like I talk to people from all over the country, all over the world, really. Like, and it's just like a shared like common interest. I mean, you guys know Pumbaa from Praetorians. I talk to him almost every day. And
I love Pumbaa.
I only know him through Airsoft.
He is a good
If
dude.
you're
Yeah.
watching, man, I love you.
He might be, or he might pop in. I'm surprised that he hasn't yet. He usually is in here pretty quick. CSL, I see you in here. What's up, man?
What up, CSL? See you in Virginia.
See Blowback Masters in here. Slaughterhouse.
For the house.
I see Constantine in here. Phil's in here. What's up, y'all? I appreciate y'all in the comments. What about the other? What about you two? How long have y'all been playing? Whichever one of y'all want to go first.
I started playing about a year and a half ago, like the first fall of quarantine, and I started off being a diehard Mil Simmer. Like, I wanted absolutely nothing to do with Speed QB, Speed Stock, any of it, because the first encounter I had ever had with someone that was wearing like a jersey, just a belt, like the whole Speed QB stigma is what happened to me. I was overshot, got mad, and then after that day, the first day I had played, I had doubled back on it, like took a step back and just realized that like it's not worth getting mad about anything. And then I started that winter. It got really, really harsh and couldn't play outside at all. So that's when I started going to Ohio Valley, and I had started, getting more acquainted with the CQB side of things, and that is where I had met Kyler and Lexi for the first time. And I had befriended Kyler because I had shot him across the map through a hole probably about that big. And we had started talking about it after the game, and then we were just honestly friends ever since. And, let's see.
We played a lot at Mercer together.
We did. We played a lot of this outdoor field called Mercer. Played a lot there. I mean, it was pretty much just every weekend I'd be texting Kyler asking him, hey, you guys going to play? Because they were the only people I had known that had played. And I got into it because I have a friend that lives right outside of EMR Paintball Park where they host Bad Blood. And he was just bugging me nonstop. He's like, come on up, play. And I just kept blowing him off because I was like, I don't want to go and play with toy guns. Like, I don't care about this. And eventually I just given in, and I have not looked back since. I think in the year and a half I've played, I've missed maybe 5 weekends of playing.
I can actually agree with you. For real.
So when did you start playing? About the same story as...
I started playing when COVID started. When COVID started, like, coming into effect, I was so, like, we were just trapped in the house. And I was like, I started watching, like, Airsoft videos again on YouTube. And I was like, oh, let's just try it. Like, who cares? Like, so I went to Ohio Valley for my first time. Lone wolf, my first time, all by myself. It was probably like 10 people there.
This is like an hour and 20-minute drive. Like, just lone wolfed an hour and a half from his house.
Yeah. We live like 15 minutes from each other, but anyway. And I drive there all by myself. And I had like a Lancer Tactical AG, went there, played. I was so sore after it. But, like, it was like amazing. When you just went out there and just like shot, like you just shooting people, it was... I couldn't explain it. Like, I was just like, I like instantly fell in love. And then I started going to more Ohio Valley, started doing more and more and more. And then I had a couple friends before I met these guys, and they airsoft with me here and there. But like, they're still my homies, but they just never really airsoft as much as me. So then I met Tyler, and then I met Tyler at like, it was at Three Rivers, I think.
Yeah, full auto daycare field.
Yeah, it's like it's in Freedom. It's just like a big field. But I met Tyler there, and like how we met there was like on the field. Like, we were just like, I don't know what we were doing. We were probably like sweeping the jail or something, the jail cells or something. Like, we were just like, playing with each other all day. Yeah, I wish I should have just brought it down because I want to show Steve because Puma told me you like skulls and stuff, but I'll probably go get it. But anyway, I was playing with Tyler all day.
I'm a pirate guy myself, so naturally.
Just like Tyler, number, and didn't care at that point. I was like, I need more friends, like more friends to play with. Like, it was just sucking, like just going lone wolf all the time. You know what I mean? Like, didn't have any friends to play with then. And then when I started playing more with Tyler, I started meeting Dylan, and I started meeting Lex, and then we were like, and then it was like at Ohio Valley, me and Tyler were just sitting there. We were like we should be a QB team. Like, we should make one up or something. And then all of a sudden, not even like a month and a half later, Dylan was like, didn't even ask me. He just like, boom, just like put me in the group, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I was all for it. And that's just how it's been, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I've been the guy, just like whatever with anything. But
Luke's my favorite story of how we met. I was literally walking out of the bathroom at a field, and he like stopped me, and he's like, hey, I need more friends that play Airsoft. What's your number? I was like,
that's awesome.
Oh, hey, here it is.
I didn't care.
That's awesome. I get that. Like I do. Like I mean, this is about y'all, but just the thought of that is like, I've only been playing just shy of 2 years. That's it. I feel like I've been playing 7, 8 years. It feels like it. I feel like I've known my team for a lifetime, as well as we click.
Right.
But even in that short time beforehand, I really didn't have a lot of people I messed with at all. I just go to work, come home. I have a wife. I have 3 kids. So it was just kind of like be a dad, you know, and which is great. I'm not downgrading being a dad and a husband, but it was like, man, sometimes I want like some buddies, something to do, opposed to just kind of sit around. And my son, he's 15. He was 13 at the time, and he was going to ACS, and I was like, this is something I could do with my son. And kind of like what you was talking about, where you shot dude in his face like that. I had a situation like that. I went out to the field and literally first game didn't know nothing about nothing. My son done took off. He left me. I get behind a truck and get shot dead in the dye mask. And I fell in love. I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. Because I get to do it back, you know? Like, I was cool with getting shot, but now I get to shoot, you know? And I was one of those guys that kind of hung out, you know, here's spawn, I'm barely pushed from spawn, you know? Just because I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But then slowly clicking up with people and different guys, and just kept going back. I think, and what you said, you maybe missed 5. Bro, I might have not even missed that many since I started playing. I've been to everything we do. Every weekend I'm trying to play. I can't get enough. I would go play today. It was a beautiful day out here. It would just be nice to play. It's easy. I hear that a lot though when I'm talking to other people. They say they fall in love with it, and it's either you like it or you don't. Like you'll fall in love real quick with the sport itself, and not only just shooting each other, because what's not cooler than playing a fancy tag, you know, with green BBs and stuff like that, or just regular BBs, or whatever the case is, and just shooting each other, having fun with it, you know, and meeting new people. It's just really cool, and it seems to be growing very fast.
Yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
Very fast, which is pretty. It's neat and it's exciting. If I could, you brought up the Kythera. That was one of my questions. Especially, I wanted to jump. I'm gonna jump to. I mean, I would love the Kythera thing too. Platforms. What platforms do you use and why? And Dylan, I've seen yours. I follow you on Instagram. I see the sparkling, you know, cool build you always have. Like, I'm wondering what was the inspiration behind that. Like the Galaxy kind of looks, not the Wii Galaxy. Don't be misconstrued.
So, I really, really wish I had a better story than this, but like I know our name's Nebula, but I had that theme. Like I used to wear a Galaxy windbreaker every time we would go play, and I do not have a better story other than I just like Galaxy patterns.
We were almost the windbreaker crew.
That's neat, though. I mean, so you use something. That's what I love about platforms is you get to design it and make it how you want, and it's just your imagination is, you know, it has no limits really. Whatever you put it to it on your platform, whether you know, an LMG to a pistol, it doesn't matter what it is. You get to do with it what you want to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always liked I've always liked space, not just like galaxies, but like space in general, and then the color scheme of just like the blues and purples all mixed together. It's like bright, but it's also not. And then I just needed something to like. I saw all the monk builds popping out and stuff like that, and I was like, that's cool, but I want to do something like
extra.
Yeah, exactly. So like I still got the splatter on there with like the white stars, but I was like, I gotta do something else. And actually, I got so the Galaxy was like, I just wanted to do Galaxy, and I had originally painted my dye mask just like a general Galaxy, but Crisis, that Tac City girl, she has a real steel AR-15 that I 100% robbed the paint scheme from, and I already told her it, and she laughed at me, but I robbed the paint scheme of her AR-15, and that's where mine came from. I guess it was more of a story than I thought.
I'm interested in what Lex runs. Are you an AEG girl or are you an HPA girl?
I just HPA.
You just HPA'd it. All right.
Okay.
Did, yeah.
Would you-
But I just run an ARP9. I'm actually, so the cool thing about our team is that everyone's so nice that if they have extra parts, we just kind of go back and forth with each other. So I am running Dylan's Polar Star in here.
I
but
have
I
something
did,
at Tyler's.
yeah.
I have Tyler's full gun right now.
Yeah, you do.
And Kyler has bits and pieces of Dylan's and Tyler's stuff, I think. So, but it's cool. I really do like the HPA setup. Don't get me wrong. I'll probably get another AEG in the future, just because I like the way it felt.
So why the ARP9? I used to run an ARP9. I love them. I do. The only reason I went away from it was a mag change thing. Yada yada yada.
Oh, dude, no, mag change is 10 times easier than the. Oh my god, no. This is my favorite. I told you so. I just started when I met Megan and Dylan, so I didn't really have a whole lot of experience holding really any gun other than like a real steel pistol. So I told Kyler, I said, I just want something small, something that I can carry, kind of light. And this turned into my baby. I refuse to get rid of this or to change it whatsoever. I even told him to get me another one.
Until Dylan wants his engine back.
Well, yeah.
Oh, dude, I have... So, I'm not proud of this right now, but I actually have more engines than I do bodies to put them in right now.
That's a good thing, though. I mean, swap it out. Meg, what are you running? She's texting us.
What are you running?
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
I have a Polar Star Jack. My gun's a whole mix.
Started as a Tippmann M4, and now the only thing that's Tippmann about it is the pistol grip. The only thing that's Tippmann.
Yeah, I just my Valentine's Day gift, which guys that play Airsoft seem to love this, but some of my friends that are girls are like, oh, I'd be so upset if I got Airsoft stuff for Valentine's Day, but I was thrilled. But I got a Carnage body that has Mama Yaga on it, and I was thrilled. I love it.
She almost cried whenever it was.
I really did. Yeah, I couldn't believe. Well, because I had no clue what my Valentine's Day gift was, and Dylan was just it's coming. It's just gonna be a little bit late. And I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. I wasn't even worried about it. I didn't know I was getting it that weekend. I had no clue. And then I was getting ready for bed, and he's like, hey, you gotta put pants on. People are coming in here. I'm like, Dylan, no one cares if I have pants on. And then he's like, no, you gotta put pants on.
You forgot to mention we were in a hotel.
Well, we're in a hotel room.
I didn't just invite people into our bedroom while you didn't have pants on.
I was about to say,
But yeah, I was just I can just stay in bed. It's not a big deal. But yeah, it was a funny weekend, and it was great, and I really did almost cry. I was so happy.
That's good. I mean, I don't know. I bounce back and forth. I recently got hooked on the pistol thing. I'm really enjoying it. Really, really, really enjoying it. I slept on it too long. Esmond, don't say anything. I know, don't with me. I know.
It took me months, guys, months to get him converted back to a high capa. Just you're already going into the pistol world. Just do it right. Don't. First thing he gets is a Wii Galaxy Glock. I was like, all right, cool, might work.
Ain't the first thing I got. It's irrelevant, but man, I think it's really cool. Different platforms to use. I mean, from engine. Are you? Well, forget about me. The Kythera. Are you still running that Kythera?
So, the Kythera, it's going to be for more of outdoor play now. It has a really good trigger feel, but it's speedy, you know what I mean? But my arsenal is high capa 4.3. I love it. I think it's definitely becoming my favorite. And Probably like my main. I have a engine, shoots beams. I like it. It's definitely more of like a back gun. But and I have the Kythera, and I actually it's at my mom's house because I get all my mail sent to my mom's house. But I just bought an N7. I just bought an N7 Milsim. Shout out to Christian Paez. He was at Crucible Airsoft one time. He came all the way up from Texas and came all the way to Crucible in Ohio. He sold me his N7 Milsim, and I'm gonna make a no stock short board, kind of like a hybrid. Like so, like it's sort of like if I want to stay back or if I want to
Push forward.
push forward. I don't have a stock and it's real short and just.
That's what I love about that.
Those Milsims, yeah. They're cool, man.
I've ran
But I
one
like
a
them.
couple times. They're good.
I want to touch on something that just popped up in the chat real quick because it's
the
kind of
monk
relevant to what
the
we're
monk
talking about
adapter?
right now. Someone asked you, Steve, how you liked the monk adapter, and I'm actually running one as well. I switched from the tap to the monk, and when the monk one first came out, I was like, yeah, it's cool, another adapter out there, but I don't really understand why you would need to get that low with a pistol
Game
until I
changer.
had to get that low with a
Yeah,
pistol.
the game changer. If y'all don't know what it
And-
is, that's what it is.
Yeah, I love it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I actually, we were practicing Sunday, and I, like, belly slid into center X and was on my stomach, like, laying flat and just peeked out, and I was only, like, this high off the ground, my total profile, and just, like, pop, and, like, snapped my dad right in the forehead. And, like, you can't do that with a tap. I'd be, like, way up here trying to do that same thing. And it's so convenient. I will admit, like, when it first came out, I was like, it's more expensive, it does the same thing, and I don't understand the angle thing until I tried it, and it really is, like, I love it.
Yeah, it was a game changer for me. I played my first SpeakyB tournament with mine Saturday at HTK, and I have completely reevaluated my entire aspect of how I'm gonna play. I'm like, I might be the new pistol guy up front, and both of our pistol guys, or our frontline guys, are like, all right, bet I'll go to the back, no problem. But it really does change the game. So, Rex, that it's perfect. Put it in your TM. I know who that is. He plays at our field. What pistol are you running? You said, I was talking to you earlier. I think it was yesterday, something like that. You talking about your pistol?
Me?
Yeah. What are you running? Pistol.
I have it's a Tokyo Marui. Right now it's a 5.1. I'm working on getting a 4.3. Just because I have a 4.3 slide, and I just prefer the feel. It feels a little better.
4.3.
But
4.3 game.
yeah, it's like a little snappier, and like you wouldn't think that like this much would make that much of a difference. Shut up. But it really does. I
4.3 is nice, man.
Yeah, I love it, and so I'm like working on swapping to a 4.3, especially because I have another 5.1 slide on the way, so I don't want to have two 5.1s.
I get that.
But yeah, it's just it's to describe what it is, other than saying a Tokyo Marui 5.1, I'd have to go like through the whole parts list because I built everything. It's not like, oh, it's all Cal or it's all AM. Like, it's every individual piece is like, I think this would work better,
Yeah. And which I just seen that y'all just gave away a TM on y'all's Instagram. That's really exciting.
Yeah, it was actually a WeTech.
Either way. I mean,
that I had.
yeah,
But I short stroked it, swapped out the nozzle springs, the hammer spring, like recoil spring, all that stuff, and like made it a lot more snappy, made it a lot more like just they're not great stock, but I was actually really impressed when I got all the parts in and put it together. I was like, this thing's actually, because I had a WeTech first, and I, like, rather than upgrading that one, I just bought a TM, and the TM was like, oh, this one's so much better, but, like, my TM is a $900 high capa, and my WeTech was $150, you know?
Yeah.
But so once I put, like, a little bit of, like, upgrades into that high capa that we gave away, I was like, this is actually pretty nice.
It's exciting. Either one of y'all ever, I mean, I believe, Luke, am I saying that right? Yeah,
Yeah.
So you said was it you that said that you had the 4.3 as well, or you play with one?
Yeah, I had a 5.1. Actually, yeah, I used to have a 5.1. I definitely switched to a 4.3 because the 5.1, it just like when you're like, say like you're back, or it doesn't even matter, but like when you're just putting shots downfield, it feels like it's like a little too long. Like every shot's just like that little bit, and it just no. It was definitely way better. Like I can still shoot, like I can still play back and still use a 3. Like it's like no problem. Not shot zone though. Shot zone, I was definitely like, holy shit! Like the shots were just barely making it to the back. I mean, they were just like, but
Yeah. So that little bit does make a difference.
yeah. Kappas are just definitely like so fun to play with. Like I think they're definitely the funnest.
Yeah, they are awesome. Lex, are you going to play with a high kappa yet, or have you? I mean, because you said you like the small build, something you can carry around. Is it something you have tried or are thinking about or anything like that?
So either Dylan or Luke, I know they haven't actually said yes to this yet, but I'm just assuming they're going to. They're going to let me run one of their pistols during practice so I can see if I want to get one.
Oh, you heard it here.
Excuse you. I have expressly told you to run my pistol during practice.
Last practice was different. I couldn't. I was incapable. But
Yeah, we're
next
going to
time
go much harder at our next practice.
Yeah.
Hey Tyler, do you want to tell us about your build?
Nah, you can just put that thing in the trash.
So that one's yours?
Yeah.
I like it.
So it started off as, what did it start off as? I think I just had
It
an
was a
Air
5.56, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that spawned from like 7 other ideas that I had. So it started off as an ARP 5.56, and then I had an F2 in it originally. Had the worst alignment issues I've ever had to deal with the gun in my life. Could not get it. Decided to buy the Mac body on it, thinking that would help. Didn't help. Then that's when I put the Monk carbon fiber barrel on it, and was like, maybe that'll help. And just kept throwing money towards it. Because I wanted a Monk build in the absolute worst way. Because I used Dylins once, absolutely fell in love, and I needed it. I just wouldn't let it go. I could not stop anything. Like, everything that I had needed to do, I was going to make sure that I did it to make sure I had a Monk build.
Mm-hmm.
He walked up the stairs, fired 3 shots, and goes, "Oh, I'm gonna spend money."
That was a verbatim quote of mine. Yeah, now it's got a jack in it. I'm going to swap that out for a Redline N7 because that's what I have in my outdoor gun, and I absolutely love the way it fires. The consistency of the Redline is just what I personally enjoy in my guns. So I'm going to swap that, and I'm going to swap a Redline into that one. And I got a couple more builds on the way. I'm going to do an ARP9 ESG build. That's going to be fun because you don't like the mag changes on them. I love the 9mm mag change.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like a total badass when I'm just
So easy.
throwing mags out.
He's gonna make Monk a very happy company.
I imagine.
Yeah.
I ran when I had my ARP9 with one, I had the Euro Tactics ESG on it. And I liked it a lot, but once all the new SpeedQB rules kind of came up and stuff, which I think I might have worded it wrong earlier. It's not so much the mag change; it was the mag change limit at
Okay.
SpeedQB.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to grabbing it, like, I had no problem. I was cool with that. I actually enjoy it more than the M4 platform. It's very convenient. Snatch with the thumb. You can just click it real quick and go. But when we, all the rules changed with the 1,000-round capacity and 4 mags and so on and so forth, it was kind of like, I had to change. And then they switched it again right after I changed platforms. I was like, there's no point in going back. So I did, and I just stayed with the M4 platform. But these ESGs are definitely hopping up everywhere. Everyone seems to like them. I have mine. I love running it. They're very convenient for the competitive world that we're playing. I mean, it is very convenient.
I did the same thing as you. I started with the Euro Tactics one, and then after because when I bought them was when only the Gen 1 was out, and Monk was having the issues with the Gen 1 before the Gen 2 came out.
Mm-hmm.
And when they came out with the Gen 2, I was like, yeah, that's cool, but I have a grip. I don't have a need to change until I felt Tyler's, and I was like, this is vastly more comfortable.
Absolutely.
And now there's a Monk ESG on mine too.
They are very.
Did Dalton say he was going to get one now?
Oh yeah, now Dalton used mine. He wants one. She wants one.
I like them
Lexi
too.
wants one.
They're great. I mean, because you get the convenience of the AEG kind of, world of no hose, no backpack, none of that, which is, kind of like a topic we've talked about a couple times. Different gear you start to change. As you start playing, you start finding out what works best for you, letting go of a backpack, going to a belt, things like that, and wearing the least amount as possible and stuff. So the ESG grips just make it levels the playing field on gear to use and the convenience of being able to put it down. If I have an issue real quick, put it down, nothing hooked up, pick it back up and go.
Yeah, that's kind of like with my high kappa too. Like I was running the gas mags and stuff, and I've seen like other people run gas mags, and I was always like, oh, what? Like I just I hate filling them up. I hate like that I only have 30 rounds. But then I bought a couple gas mags because CSL doesn't allow adapters. And I was like, well, I'd rather buy mags than not use my high kappa.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We're going to have to see. I want to actually use it in a competitive situation, not just at practice and stuff. But I'm kind of... I don't know. We'll see. Although it's me, like she can definitely vouch for this. I'll be like, oh, I'm definitely using gas mags, and then 2 weeks later I'm gonna be back to the adapter, and then back to the gas mags, and back to the adapter. And then I'll start running the ESG again, and then I'll go back to the high kappa.
We all do that type of stuff. We do.
That's why I just build different guns.
Yeah,
One for every day.
I throw all the money at it. I don't even care.
Well, this is a question that I like to ask generally everybody that plays Airsoft. I think it's a pretty good little topic real quick. Where do y'all see Airsoft in 5 years? The whole of Airsoft. That includes all things. So if you want to include Milsim in there, if you want Speedsoft, SpeedQB games, anything like that, where do you see it in 5 years?
So for me, I think I want to touch on the Milsim side first. I think Milsim will continue to grow. There's like a lot more like event options. Like you don't have to do like Milsim West where it's a full 40-hour like full long commitment. There's now like the Desert Fox events, there's Grimner and everything else like that you can like make that like short-term commitment and still have that like immersive like feel. And there's a lot more companies like that popping up, and I think they're like only going to get better. Like I really, really like the way Grimner does their things. I really hope I'm saying that right. I'm gonna look like a jerk, but I really like the way they do their things, where the event, the like results of the event actually dictates where their story goes, and they like have an actual story to all of their events that is like a continuation of the last event. And I think that one's just gonna continue to grow like that. And like Desert Fox has his app, and I hope that a lot of like more people will bring that into it because it makes it more of like a
storyline.
Almost like a video game. Yeah, and like you can like change objectives and stuff as the gameplay goes because everyone's connected to that app. And then Speedsoft, like, at the rate that it's going now, it's getting so popular so rapidly. Like, in 5 years, I think it may rival paintball. Where paintball is now, not where paintball was. Like, because paintball used to be a huge sport. I don't know if, like, Airsoft will get there, but I think where they're at now, like, Speedsoft and SpeedQB may rival where paintball is right now. It's just my opinion, I think.
The benefit that Airsoft has over paintball with growing is it can do events like how SYG got invited to DreamHack in, what was that, 2018?
Yep.
So it has that capability to go to these bigger events, like in arenas and stuff like that, because you're not splattering paint everywhere. It's an easy cleanup, easy field setups. Like, so I think, SpeedQB and Speedsoft as a whole has the potential to grow to an exponential level and potentially, maybe even beat where paintball was in the past. Because I think if you can start getting that kind of exposure on bigger levels, because I'm a video gamer by the nature, and I watch a lot of like the esports competitions and stuff. So you'll have millions and millions of people watching these esports competitions that aren't even like the Worlds or some type of major event, and they're getting sponsors like Verizon, Ford, stuff like that. And then all it took was just that little bit of extra exposure. So if Airsoft can get that, I think it'll skyrocket with the capabilities of just the ease of setup and cleaning over paintball.
Yeah, I think to add to like what you said, like, I think like the sport as a whole is on the right track right now with like SpeedQB live streaming their stuff, the like Canary Island event, like being a huge event that was live streamed, and then like with what Predator's doing with live streaming like the local events and stuff, like those things, like, and as that keeps happening, people are starting to see like what angles work and what people want to see and stuff. And I think like I don't know personally how to go about it, but like he said, with getting more exposure, like maybe reaching out to those other sponsors and stuff to sponsor like big events like the Eastern like Invitational or the Western Invitational, or even like whatever you want to call it, like nationals or whatever, and reaching out to those bigger like sponsors like Verizon or GoPro or whatever, rather than just like calling up the same like, hey, SpeedQB, you want to sponsor this live stream? Hey, I like Happy, you want to sponsor this live stream? Like, getting those bigger companies outside of Airsoft to bring it in would increase that exposure. But like I said, I don't know how to go about that, but if someone could figure it out, I think that's exactly what the sport needs.
I agree.
I mean, think about it, but like with what Demo's doing with like the Phase Top 100,
yeah,
kind of exposure that I think could help grow the sport, because it's introducing a lot of people that have never seen it before or have thought about it, and they're seeing like kind of like a more inside depth or inside view of the sport. So, I mean, like I said, think about it what you will, love it or hate what he's doing, but I mean, that exposure, it's like, what is the saying? Any PR is good PR. Like there is no bad PR in a sense. Yeah. So, I mean, take it as you will, I guess.
Oh no, you're right. Like that is how the saying goes. Any PR is good PR. Just so we can get out there and for the world to see us and for people to interact and actually see the sport from other angles besides, having to show up to local events. Or if you can't make it to local events, being able to pull it up on the TV and be like, hey, that looks interesting.
Yeah, to see it on the cable or anything like that, just be streaming through. What you said with the exposure, I think we're definitely doing the right moves. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. YouTube is a huge platform. Like, it is stupid dumb big, and to keep putting stuff on there is, I mean, and you know, the way things work with algorithms and such, you know, you put in the right hashtag, next thing you know, it's on somebody's algorithm, and it's like, what is this, you know? And honestly, with SpeakyB stuff, you know, they're flipping through, and it's, you think for a split second, somebody that doesn't know, they're like, is that paintball? Wait a minute, that's not paintball, that's something else. What is that? And it really does give more exposure, and is more. So, in my thoughts, generally, I think it's going to explode. I think we're still at like pre-explosion. I don't think we're at a peak. I think we're right here waiting for it to just blow up. I have no doubt we'll look like the next
Airsoft
show.
just commented, and he's right. South Park, the show, exposed Airsoft huge. I mean, that reaches how many people?
I agree. Just even something so small, like, and that was so accurate. Was it not just like so accurate?
Loved it. Yeah. That episode was, oh my god.
Yeah, that was.
I laughed hysterically watching that.
Yeah, it was very accurate. Which shout out to Tacos Airsoft. Yes, we do gotta love them monks. If I can answer one question real quick, and then I know we're about that time, so I'll start wrapping up. What is Constantine asked, well, he answered, so who asked that? Vikings Outlaw, what is the advantage of a 4-3 to a 5-1 other than being simply smaller?
You get a snappier call. So, like, a lot of people just associate 4-3 with 4-3 parts. You can easily take a 5-1 parts, springs and stuff like that, putting them in a 4-3, add a few little short strokes, and it makes it a lot snappier than you would realize on for a 5-1. I mean, for a 4-3. It's less recoil, more accuracy. You can add a 5-1 barrel in it to still get the same reach as a 5-1.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought was a 5. You're basically just shortening that and have a 5. I have a 5-1 barrel in mine, and I have just the adapter. So the 5-1 barrel comes right to the end there, Viking. So it's basically the same thing there. Y'all, I appreciate y'all. I know we've been an hour, and I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. I am very thankful for y'all, and y'all have actually kind of gave me an emotional kind of ride when y'all was talking about earlier with the female thing. That's something I would definitely love to see, is more females in the sport, because it's not just some sexist sport. It's not. It's, man, well, I'm not going to say old for myself, even because Esmond's gone, but I was going to. But it doesn't matter your age. I've played with
900.
Yeah, that I'm 900 years old over here. But you see, you know, ages from all different categories, from, you know, little kids to 50, 60-year-olds. You know, you got females, you got males. It's a variety there from different backgrounds, things like this, and nobody generally cares where you're from, what you did, you know, what you do for. It's Airsoft. It kind of just it's like a glue to people, and it's really cool. And it's really I'm excited to see what you two do with that when you're talking about bringing more girls in and stuff like that. I hope to see more of that.
We might have some things up our sleeves.
That's good.
We do.
Daniel, isn't the
5-1
more customizable, especially Tokyo Marui 5-1? Yes, and I would like to see that change.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I would love to see more sight options, like RMR mounts and stuff for the 4-3, things like that, because, like, I love the 4-3, but it's so frustrating to try to build one when you, like, have this idea in your head coming from a 5-1, and, like, the parts are just not available to make it happen.
All right, I got some. All right. Okay. Just give me that.
You see Dalton's comment.
That is 100% not true. I asked Dalton to be in this. He's at my house right now. Like, we live 11 hours away. He's at my house right now. And I was like, come on, be in it. And he's like, I don't know. I don't really know much about the, like, technical side of it, so I wouldn't know what to say. And he got scared.
Oh,
way to throw him.
He called me out in the comments, so...
Real quick, Bill, are you talking about the RMR mount that mounts straight to the side?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna screen share this real quick, because you're not the only person.
he found one somewhere.
Oh,
Right.
he's coming down.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
I don't know if it's
Being
pulled up,
rated.
Come on, guys. Just watch the pod thing. Just come over here.
but Airsoft Extreme has DCI nylon arm mount. And you can't see it yet.
No, mine's
I'm
not
gonna
even
have to check them
loading.
out.
Mine's not even loading on my screen at all.
Thanks for joining.
It's loading in the live stream, but not in the like Discord.
Oh, well,
Sorry.
I thought that was just my terrible hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah, definitely I agree though. Some parts are harder to find in a 4.3 than a 5.1, which is so unfortunate because it seems like the 4.3 is growing a lot. And hopefully companies will start picking up on that more. I think but we are still. There's new stuff coming out every day. You find new companies doing everything lately. 3D prints, carbons, things like that are getting really popular. Beautiful.
I guess it's not going to pull up. But Airsoft Extreme has DCI nylon arm mounts. They mount right onto the slide. They have them for 5.1, 4.3, and basically all the TM stuff, even the TM DOR. So they have literally all the mounts right there. They got a few other little stuff, but I know that one specifically because I just ordered like 2.
I know, specifically one of the things that frustrated me was the, I think it's Airsoft Masterpiece makes it. It's the, the charging handle that has the, the screw-in handle.
Mm-hmm.
You can swap it to either side. I wanted that for a 4.3, but without, literally just keep it as a plate. Keep the handle out of it and just put it on there as, a plate.
Yeah.
And, I cannot find anything like that.
So no sights, just something to take up that spot and hold the blowback housing, more or less.
Exactly, because my nozzle springs love to just shoot out of that hole, and then they look all mangled and
Yeah, no, I know that. I know that feeling. I've watched plenty of nozzle springs just decide to exit the gun with no rhyme or reason.
Yeah. Just something to cover that hole, but so I can. I guess a sight isn't bad, but in when we're talking about the competitive aspect of it, and we're talking about getting super nitpicky to the point that you're cutting your barrel to the perfect size and running this because it's just a hair lighter, being able to just look straight down the gun instead of having the sights in the way. I just prefer it. Especially running tracers, which is required in basically all competitions. So,
yeah, and that's kind of what the ESGs. I've had a red dot on it just for looks. More, I'd never use it. It's literally I'm just following the BBs where they go. But the same aspect, what you're talking about, you look down that rail, it puts it right up there and just literally watch right down it.
Exactly.
And it's pretty awesome. If y'all don't have anything else, I know a few people just jumped into this, but I don't want to take y'all's time up too much. So if y'all don't have
Would it be super late, Tristan?
Again, I do appreciate y'all in every way. It's been awesome. I am totally looking forward to see what y'all do. I'm gonna be following y'all, watching y'all, stuff like that. It's gonna be interesting, and I'm low key jealous, man. I'm not gonna be able to top out your video now. I almost want to get off this and hop in Premiere Pro just see what I can do. Maybe we're gonna have to collab together or something.
I can't take credit for the most recent one. That one was all Dalton.
I love it though. I love it.
But,
it raved me up. I was at work and I seen it. I was like, dude, I want to leave. I want to go play Airsoft. This is dope. It's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with me. I was in the video and I was like, dang, I need to step it up. My
That's what I felt.
stuff's not my stuff doesn't cut it anymore. I gotta. He comes in and does one video and negates everything that I've posted thus far.
Well,
wish-
he is a professional. It
It's
is what he
his
gets paid
job,
for,
yeah.
So.
I was gonna say it'd be all right completely if somebody did it to mine. I'd have no problem with it. But I do appreciate y'all again. If there's anything y'all want to say to them or anything along them lines, any events, anything like that, any shout out that y'all want, you're more welcome to say it.
I don't think we have any events ready to announce that we're like hosting right now, but be on the lookout for it. And we do have another giveaway coming up, either 1,000 or 1,500. We haven't decided yet because we gained a lot more followers than we were anticipating with the high kappa one. But it's something cool, something we talked about. I don't want to say anything else until we decide when we're gonna give it away.
Just enough
or even
breadcrumbs
have
to
it
keep
in our
people
possession.
watching.
Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna do. I mean, we do have a pretty cool event that I'll talk to you guys about it afterwards. But when we get more like information, more things set in stone. But like, we have some cool stuff coming up. Is all I like can say without like giving away anything that.
So
The
basically,
surprise is worth it. But also, I do want to say something. If you know girls who are trying to play or just want to play with other girls, tell them to come to me or just give me their names. I'll message them myself. I don't care.
Just DM
I
us
need more
both on
girlfriends.
Instagram.
I want to interrupt and say, just if you know people that are playing.
Well, I know, but specifically, I want to get more girls.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
we need like one or two more people to
girls.
have a like solid.
And see, and I want
for
the women.
tournaments and stuff? Okay, apparently we only want women. Sorry, guys.
yeah, we're gonna be outdone real quick. Playing all female teams, get ass whooped. Like, gosh, I'll take that. I'll completely take it.
I think we can also all say, thank you for having us on tonight.
Yeah.
This is awesome. It's been
Yeah.
really pleasurable talking to you, and I enjoy hearing everyone's stories, even though I'm sure I've heard my own teams a million times. It's still nice to reminisce about.
Well, I appreciate that. I was honored that I asked Dylan. I was like, "Hey, you have any interest?" And I was almost low key kind of nervous. I always am asking people. I'm like, because I'm waiting for that one person to be like, "Nah, bro, I'm good. Like I have no interest." You know what I mean? I'm just like, it's cool.
You should have seen our group chat before this, alright?
Yeah, we were hyped up.
I appreciate that a lot. I said to everybody, it's just a way that's with the theme, coffee and airsoft. And I didn't have my coffee. I didn't shout them out. I've drank 3 cups of coffee. I've had enough coffee today. I was like, I'm not drinking coffee today. But it was the concept of this. Normally, the idea of drinking a cup of coffee and talking to people. And just like this, just talking as if we were sitting in a room. So I think it works out kind of cool. But again, I do appreciate y'all a lot. I'm looking forward to everything. All of y'all in the comments, I always appreciate y'all for showing up and chatting with us. I know I'm looking over here, but I'm looking at your comments.
Mhm.
I appreciate y'all as well for the support y'all are always giving and showing up. Thank you. Next week, I don't know what I got a few things actually in a couple weeks. I got a few things. I don't want to say it yet on some people. So tune in for the next one as well, and make sure y'all hit up Leo on his pistol talk on Wednesdays.
Tomorrow.
And we'll kind of go from there. If y'all ain't got nothing else to say to them, we will deuce out if y'all want to say bye.
Anybody that's in Virginia, hit me up. That's where I'm at for the next couple months. I'm in Newport News, so the closest field I got is Valhalla Tactical, to my knowledge. So hit me up. I'll be there.
And square.
Dylan's got your gun though.
I have a couple of girls that I've been running inside.
Awesome.
This man built a long outdoor gun because he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go down there and I'm only gonna play at oh my god, I'm drawing a blank.
Alpaca.
Yeah, he's like, I'm only gonna play at Balahak, and then has yet to go to Balahak and has only played like indoor speed QB things with a full size M4.
I was playing Snake with a full-size M4 on Sunday.
Commitment.
It was
sure
not the move.
Sounds like it's time to build a high kappa.
Ah,
Wink, wink.
it's coming.
Call-
It's
call.
coming.
Well, y'all in the chat, I do appreciate y'all in the chat, and for y'all that showed up late, Tristan, maybe you can just restart it and catch it from the beginning. Y'all in the chat though, I'll catch you on the next one.